Hey guys, want to make fun of some commercials?
Amy Schumer, Seth Rogen, social issues. Mash them all together and what do you get? Bud Light.
What? Silhouettes.
Ooh, dramatic.
Spanx.
Amy Schumer is the relatable woman, TM. She wears Spanx, you know, because she's not a skinny mini.
What? Skinny mini. Putting lotion on his dick? What?
What is that? Seth Rogen's got stank dick.
Really gotta get the elbows.
The awkward line approach.
Ha ha ha.
So funny.
We get the middle of my back?
There is no middle.
This could literally be a deodorant commercial. We don't know yet.
It's a stank dick ointment commercial.
Yeah.
Got dick rot? Oh, it's Bud Light.
You ready?
You know it. You ready?
You know it.
Boof! The Bud Light party. It's a political party. I'm in the market for a political party, and I'm way too sober right now.
It's probably gonna be a joke with no seriousness because that would be ridiculous, right? Right?
Yes?
Roll the tape.
Bud Light party here to discuss equal pay.
Women don't get paid as much as men, and that is wrong.
And we have to pay more for the same stuff.
What?
Yeah, cars,
What?
dry cleaning,
What?
shampoo.
What? You pay more but get paid less? That is double wrong. I'm calling everyone I know, and I'm telling them about this. This has gotta stop.
Bud Light proudly supports equal pay. That's why Bud Light costs the same no matter if you're a dude or a lady.
Yeah, Mom, you have to pay more for a car than Dad. No one treats my mom like this.
God has abandoned us.
God, there was never a God. This is proof.
Thanks, Bud Light. I've always wondered what your opinion on that was.
I mean, I was so excited when I heard that the Bud Light party was going to take some hardline stances on some really controversial issues that haven't been discussed for 40 years, that couldn't have used their help maybe a decade or two ago. I was really stoked.
Hey now, they don't charge women more for their beer, so give them some credit. Think of all the other beers sold which charge women like $5 more. Oh wait, you can't, 'cause they don't. Also, really, got to say, Amy Schumer and Seth Rogen really brought the comedy with this one.
Oh yeah.
I really loved the borderline lecturing tone of the entire thing.
Here's the thing. There is a wage gap. It does not involve women paying more for beer.
You could literally take this commercial and replace Bud Light with bullshit. It would pass. Like, it would be a good commercial for bullshit. So I'm supposed to buy your beer versus other brands because you support equal pay. Well, why didn't you say so 10 years ago?
In the 1980s or 90s or, every decade before that where Bud Light existed. Women get paid less and that is wrong. Well, no shit, that's wrong. How many years prior to this have women been paid less? And how many years prior to this has it been wrong?
A good way to figure out whether or not a commercial is actually taking a risky stance is to imagine it if the commercial was the direct opposite. Like, if this commercial was like, we don't support equal pay, there would be a huge backlash. This is not a risky ad choice. This is like saying, I support water.
Seth is gonna start calling people just to make sure everybody knows, and they're all gonna be like, yeah, we have the internet. I've been on Twitter before, Seth. You have a Twitter account. Are you not, aware of everyone screaming this all the time?
Seth Rogen plans on calling all the women in his life and mansplaining to them. Mom, you've been alive for a long time, and as a woman, here's how you are oppressed.
He's yelling at his mom.
You have to pay more than that.
Oh man, they have a hashtag. And if you thought that was the end, oh.
Were you not watching the build-up? That's not for one thing. That build-up is for a whole campaign.
Now this next ad really is groundbreaking.
The Bud Light party here celebrating Steve and Greg's wedding.
Oh.
gay weddings. They're just like any wedding. You've got cringeworthy speeches.
Everybody's attention, please. It's probably the last time you're gonna be seeing me for a while.
Girl who's super ready to settle down.
And hey, Bud Light proudly supports everyone's right to marry whoever they want.
To the groom!
And the groom.
Yeah, now that it's federally legal, we support everyone's right to get married. Now that it's something that requires no work on anyone's part, literally just going to a courthouse and applying for a license, that's it. We support that. Yeah. What? Like, because they don't do it when it's actually important. They wait until long after, like Hillary Clinton.
Like, when's it gonna end? Are we gonna start seeing, like, commercials for dishwashing detergent that's like, we proudly support gay marriage?
It's 2016 and Mr. Clean proudly supports interracial marriage. Like, that's what this is. It's like that.
It's 2016 and Hamburger Helper are proud to announce that they support desegregation in schools.
It's 2016 and Raisin Bran proudly supports the Emancipation Proclamation. It's so mind-numbingly wrong. It's wrong. This is wrong.
We get it. There are some people out there who will watch that Bud Light commercial and be like, yuck, gay marriage. I mean, it's legal.
You can't advocate the right to marry when people have the right to marry. To bring it back to what you said in the first one, imagine the flip side of this ad if it was like, Bud Light thinks that gay marriage should be made illegal again. That's when people would get mad.
Or even just Bud Light does not support gay marriage. Did you see the backlash that Chick-fil-A experienced? It was a lot of backlash. It's a risky brand position.
Do you know how many gay people like chicken? Probably a similar percentage to how many of everyone else likes chicken.
And again, that commercial doesn't talk about Bud Light as a product. It's only talking in terms of our brand identity supports equal pay, gay marriage. Bud Light isn't a sentient being, it's a company.
Anything that they do is going to be incredibly risk averse because they have shareholders who want to see growth and a profit. They're not going to do something that's going to actually alienate the majority of people who use their product. They're going to do something that the majority of people who already use their product are okay with, and that people who don't already use their product will be like, oh, hey, I like what Bud Light's doing there.
And let's not let Seth Rogen and Amy Schumer off the hook because they're not hurting for money. Yeah, I'm getting a paycheck for this, but I'm spreading the message. No, if you're selling something alongside the message, it takes all of the meaning away.
Yet the brand is the primary message, no matter what. You could say that, oh, we're advocating for equality here. We're doing everything that we can do. But no matter what, it's not possible to go in a different order. Because do you know what it ends on? Hashtag Bud Light Party.
Yeah.
It doesn't end on hashtag gay marriage.
They're hawking beer. Nothing in these commercials hint to them actually putting money into these issues. It's just like, we support this. Well, good for you.
You know what would impress me a little bit more? Is if Bud Light said, trans people are the gender that they say they are. They're who they say they are. You know what else would impress me? Hey, white college athletes, if you rape somebody, you should be prosecuted for it. Bud Light Party.
Basically, all of these commercials can be summed up with Shania Twain's "That don't impress me much. The train's not finished rolling."
I'm getting hungry. I sure hope a food truck comes by.
Oh, diversity.
We're here with Bud Light Party superdelegate Michael Pena to talk about diversity.
Because we realize that we're two white people.
Get out the brown guns.
Hashtag bring in the brown.
America is a nation of immigrants.
We're a smorgasbord of cultures.
A Korean taco of togetherness.
An everything bagel of unity. Each one of us a different seed.
That was beautiful, Amy.
I thought it was also nice, yeah. We're a poutine of harmony.
A gumbo of coexistence.
We're a never-ending, bottomless, all-inclusive, super buffet of... I can't do any more metaphors.
That's that self-awareness just clawing to get out. Just stop! Stop doing this!
The little Amy inside her head is like, is this really worth the paycheck?
The little Amy inside her head. with the tiny little gun in her tiny little mouth.
I can't take being in this bondage anymore. I'm going to set myself free.
You know,
Cheers,
all
cheers.
right.
I'm full.
So, Bud Light supports races coexisting together?
Ish. Kind of. A little. I guess. Because,
Cool.
like, that was kind of racist. That commercial was kind of racist. All that the different peoples of the world have to offer is their foods. This is basically the I'm not racist, I love tacos of beer commercials.
You just got to love advertising in this day and age when a commercial for Bud Light features more food than it does the bottles of their product. Like, they said the names of several different foods, showed them eating the foods, but didn't show their product right till the end. Food had more exposure in that commercial than their product. What?
Like, they talked about fucking poutine, the Toronto treat.
Yeah.
This is literally peddling beer by just bringing up social issues and not really addressing them. Kind of picking ones that are generally safe, because once again, if you said Bud Light is against diversity,
Yeah.
everybody on the planet would be like, what? Bud Light is extremely lazy and thinks that if they associate themselves with social issues that have already gained some amount of steam, it drastically reduces all of these issues to a bare bones skeletal version of what's important about them and just regurgitates it slightly. If you're a little sick and you puked in your mouth and then swallowed it back down, that's the equivalent of these commercials. They want you to somehow believe that if you align yourself with the brand that identifies itself as somehow vaguely liberal, that you're a freedom fighter and you're doing the right thing. Beer. It's a fucking beer.
All that matters is how it tastes, its price in comparison to other brands. That's it. All the rest of this commercial, 90% shit that's not relevant.
Commercials that can't put their product front and center and say, this product has a good reason for you to be using it. What are you even doing?
Yeah, it's that simple.
Here's the thing. They don't believe that that's possible. They think that they have to align their brand with your identity. And in its own way, that's a tacit admission that their product is shit. Why would you want your advertising to do that? Now, I understand that there's going to be a lot of people that say, well, studies say that you need to have a very clear brand identity. What advertisers are doing nowadays is treating people like they're idiots. And we're not. Nobody's an idiot. People may be illiterate. People may be ignorant. People may not know everything in the world, but people see this shit and they go, they're talking down to me. People know they're being talked down. People are not that naive that they don't understand that. It's just, it's generally accepted because all the fucking advertising is like this.
Bud Light knows that the percentage of people who would oppose these ads are so small that they're not worried about losing their business, and really that says it all. And this is wild, but you could talk about your product. Maybe talk about your beer.
Oh yeah, that could work.
Yeah.
Oh, you're getting really radical here. Going into unknown territory for advertisers in 2016.
Thinking outside of the box.
Yeah, way outside the box.
And again, to quote the great Shania Twain, that don't impress me much.
Okay, so you're a rocket scientist. Okay, so you're Brad Pitt. Okay, so you got a car. Okay, so you're a car. You're a car.